She's testing you. Not in an obvious way, not with words you can clearly hear, but in subtle moments. In silence, in her tone, in the way she pulls back, just to see what you'll do next. And the truth is, most men fail these tests without even realizing they were being tested. They think she's just acting different. They think something is wrong, so they panic, they chase, they over-explain. And in doing that, they confirm exactly what she was afraid of: weakness. Because a woman doesn't test a man to hurt him. She tests him to understand him, to see if he's grounded or if he folds under pressure. And every reaction you give her tells her exactly who you are. Here are 5 signs she's testing you, and how most men fail every single one. The first sign: she starts replying slower. At the beginning, everything is easy. Fast replies, long conversations, energy flowing both ways. Then suddenly, it changes. Her replies become shorter, colder, delayed. Hours go by, sometimes a full day. And this is where most men lose control. They start checking their phone constantly. They send another message, then another. Did I say something wrong? Are you okay? Why are you acting like this? They think they're fixing the situation, but what they're actually doing is exposing their need for validation. Because when a man is secure, he doesn't panic over silence. He doesn't chase attention. He observes. He continues living his life, unbothered, unaffected. But when you react emotionally to her distance, you show her that your mood depends on her behavior. And that's when respect starts to drop. The second sign: she challenges you. She questions your opinions, pushes back on what you say, sometimes even disagrees for no real reason. It feels like she's trying to start an argument. And maybe she is, but not for the reason you think. She's not trying to fight you. She's trying to see if you can stand your ground. Most men fail here in 2 ways. They either become defensive or they become agreeable. They argue too much, trying to prove they're right, or they back down, trying to keep the peace. Both are mistakes, because confidence doesn't need to shout, and it doesn't need to submit. A strong man listens, but he doesn't abandon his frame. He doesn't get emotional. He doesn't try to win the argument. He simply stands firm in who he is. And that calm certainty is what she's looking for. The third sign: she mentions other men. Not always directly. Sometimes it's subtle. A guy at work said this: "My friend's boyfriend does that. I know someone who..." And in that moment, something shifts inside you. You feel it. Comparison, competition. And this is where insecurity shows itself. Most men react instantly. They get jealous. They start asking questions. They try to prove they're better. But the moment you compete, you've already lost. Because high-value men don't compete for attention. They don't need to. They know who they are, and they move accordingly. When she brings up another man, she's not asking you to fight for her. She's watching to see if you feel threatened. And if you do, she sees a man who doesn't believe in his own value. The fourth sign: she becomes hot and cold. One day she's all in, laughing, engaged, interested. The next day, she's distant. Dry replies, low energy, almost like a different person. This confuses most men. They try to figure it out. They adjust their behavior. They chase the version of her that was warm. But that's exactly the trap. Because when your behavior depends on hers, you lose control of your frame. You become reactive. A man with presence stays consistent. He doesn't rise and fall with her emotions. He doesn't chase highs or fear lows. He remains centered. And that stability is what creates attraction, not emotional roller coasters. The fifth sign: she pulls away completely.
No effort, no energy, no initiation. It feels like she's slipping away. And this is where most men break. They go all in, more texts, more calls, more effort, trying to bring things back to how they were. But what they don't understand is this: when she pulls away, she's giving you space to reveal yourself, to show whether you have discipline or desperation. And most men choose desperation. They overextend, overgive, overchase. And in doing that, they confirm the one thing that kills attraction faster than anything else: neediness. Because attraction doesn't grow from pressure. It grows from space, from mystery, from emotional control. When you can step back without fear of losing her, that's when she starts to feel the shift. That's when she leans back in. Every test she gives you is an opportunity, not to impress her, but to reveal yourself, to show that you are not driven by emotion, not controlled by fear, not dependent on her validation. Because the truth is, women don't fall for perfection. They respond to strength, calm strength, silent confidence, emotional discipline. And most men never develop this because they react instead of understanding. They chase instead of observing. They panic instead of staying grounded. So the next time she pulls back, go quiet. The next time she challenges you, stay calm. The next time she tests you, don't prove yourself. Just be. Because a man who knows his value doesn't need to convince anyone of it.